The Earth is a gigantic spinning marble flying through space at 67,000 miles per hour. You feel like you're sitting still, but you're actually on the fastest roller coaster in the universe without even needing a seatbelt. Shape and size. The Earth isn't a perfect circle. It's actually a bit chunky in the middle. It's like the planet ate too many royal pizzas and got her at the equator. It's a squashed ball. Learning objectives. By the time we finish, your brain will be a GPS system. You'll be able to explain why the ground is moving, why islands are just ocean hats, and why the wind is constantly trying to redesign the planet's face.
The King's Guide to the Earth's Guts. The introduction. The squashed orange. The Earth isn't a perfect ball. It's actually a bit chunky in the middle and flat on the top and bottom. It looks like a giant sat on a basketball. Basketball. 1. The crust. The pizza crust. This is the super thin skin we live on. If the Earth were an apple, the crust is only as thick as the apple peel. It's the only part that isn't trying to melt your shoes off. It's where you build your kingdom and play S2. The mantle, the gooey center. This is the middle Earth. It's the thickest part and is made of hot, mushy rock. It's not quite liquid, but not quite solid. Kind of like a giant bowl of very thick, very hot porridge that's been sitting on the stove too long. Porridge. 3. The core, the heavy metal party. This is the very center. It's made of iron and nickel and is hotter than the surface of the sun. Outer core. It's so hot the metal is actually a liquid soup. Soup. Inner core. Even though it's super hot, there is so much pressure it's a solid metal ball. It's like a giant glowing cannonball at the center of the world. Bomb. In England, we would say, you can't judge a book by its cover. Book. This means the inside of something, like the Earth, is very different and much more exciting than the outside.
The mantle. The Earth's gooey engine room. The giant oven. The mantle is like a massive 2,900-kilometer thick layer of hot, red-hot rock. While we are chilling at 22 degrees Celsius on the crust, the mantle is cooking at a spicy 870 degrees Celsius at the top and a blistering 2,200 degrees Celsius at the bottom. Not quite liquid, not quite solid. Even though it is made of rock, it's so hot that it acts like a giant bowl of thick, slow-moving plastic or toothpaste. It doesn't splash like water, it creeps along very slowly. If you tried to swim in it, you wouldn't sink, you just get stuck like a fly in honey. What's on the menu? The mantle is mostly made of iron and magnesium. It's like the Earth swallowed a giant magnet and a bunch of vitamins. You are mastering this kingdom from the inside out. In England, we would say,
A thick-skinned planet. Need gooey skin.
Earth's deep, dark secrets, inner edition. The upper mantle, the Earth's toothpaste tube. At 1400 Celsius to 2000 Celsius, it's a giant glowing puddle of rock soup. It's made of peridotite, which sounds like a fancy French dessert, but it actually feels like hot, sticky treacle. The Earth uses this layer like a giant piece of butter, so the continents can slide around and bump into each other when they get bored. The lower mantle, the overcooked pizza. It reaches 4000 Celsius, but it's solid. Why? Because the Earth is literally sitting on itself. Imagine trying to melt an ice cube while a giant elephant is standing on it. The heat wants it to melt, but the weight says, no, stay stiff. It's the world's most stressed out rock. The outer core, the forbidden metal soup. Temperature 5,000 Celsius. If you touched this, you wouldn't just say ouch, you would turn into a cloud of steam instantly. It's a spinning ocean of liquid iron and nickel. Because it's swirling around like a toilet flushing, it creates a giant magnetic force field. Without this liquid metal soup, your compass would just spin in circles, and space radiation would fry our Wi-Fi. It's the only soup that saves the world. Your kingdom is built on top of a very hot, very squishy, very magnetic sandwich. In England, we would say, it's a bit of a mixed bag. This means it's a mix of different things, like solid rock, gooey rock, and liquid metal.
The inner core, the world's most squashed disco ball. The temperature, 5,000 degrees Celsius to 6,000 degrees Celsius. It is literally as hot as the surface of the sun down there. If you had a swimming pool in the inner core, you wouldn't just burn, you'd turn into a ghost before you even touched the water. The state? Solid. It's a giant, heavy metal ball of iron and nickel. The big squeeze? Even though it's hot enough to melt every gold crown in the world, it stays solid. Why? Because the entire Earth is sitting on it. The pressure is so high, it's like being at the bottom of 1 billion elephants. The atoms are squashed so tight they can't even wiggle to melt. They are stuck in a permanent group hug. The royal cheat sheet, the green box secrets. The crust, the Earth's skin. You've got Sayal, the granite raft you walk on, and Sima, the heavy floor the fish sleep on. The mantle, a giant 2,900 kilometer thick layer of rock pudding. The top is squishy like toothpaste, but the bottom is solid because it's under too much pressure to have any fun. The outer core, a spinning liquid metal soup that creates a magnetic force field to stop space from frying us. It's basically the Earth's own battery. The inner core, the 1,200 kilometer solid cannonball at the very center. It's the hottest place on Earth, but the most squashed. The Beat the Teacher quiz, 100% true answers. What are the 3 main layers? The crust, the skin, the mantle, the pudding, and the core, the engine. Sayal versus Sima? Sayal is the light, floating land, silica plus aluminum. Sima is the heavy, sinking ocean floor, silica plus magnesium. It's like a feather sitting on a brick. Why is the inner core solid? Because the Earth is giving it a mega squeeze. The pressure is so high that the metal atoms aren't allowed to melt. It's a solid ball because it's too squashed to be a liquid. Salutes, your geography empire is now complete. In England, we would say, it's a piece of cake. This means it's very easy because you're a genius. Earth's secret inside story. How many layers are we talking about? The Earth is a 3-layer sandwich. You have the crust, the wrapper, the mantle, the peanut butter, and the core, the hot chocolate center. If you find a 4th layer, please call a scientist immediately because the planet might be broken. Is the Earth's skin the same thickness everywhere? Nope. The Earth's crust is totally uneven. Under the oceans, it's skinny and thin like a piece of toast. But under big mountains, it's thick and chunky like a giant deep dish pizza. It's basically skinny at the beach and thick in the mountains. What's the deal with the outer core? The temperature. It's 4,000 degrees Celsius to 5,000 degrees Celsius. It's so hot that if you dropped a giant block of steel into it, the steel would turn into liquid juice before it could even say goodbye. The liquid metal. It's a giant swishing ocean of liquid iron and nickel. It moves around like a washing machine full of melted spoons. The force field. Because all that metal is swirling, it turns the Earth into a giant magnet. This creates an invisible shield that protects your kingdom from scary space rays. It's a soup shield. The King's Cheat Code Summary. 3 is the magic number. Crust, mantle, core. Easy. Mountain fatness. The ground is way deeper under Mount Everest than it is under the Pacific Ocean. The cosmic hug. The very center is solid only because the rest of the planet is squeezing it with the strength of 1 billion trillion tons. It's a rock that's too squashed to melt. You are now the smartest king in the geography sector. In England, we would say, you're top of the class. This means you are the very best student and know more than everyone else. Temperature Earth Spice Meter, Part 1.
The crust, 22 degrees Celsius. It's the only place you can stand without your shoes turning into smoke. The upper mantle, 1400 to 2000 degrees Celsius. This is where rocks start to turn into gooey rock pudding. The lower mantle, 2000 to 4000 degrees Celsius. Hotter than a billion toaster ovens, but the pressure keeps it solid as a brick. The outer core, 4000 to 5000 degrees Celsius. A giant ocean of liquid metal that makes your compass work. The inner core, 5000 to 6000 degrees Celsius. It's as hot as the surface of the sun. It's basically a giant glowing space heater at the center of the world. The recipe for a planet. Ocean floor SEMA. This is the heavy, magnesium-flavored floor that holds all the water. Continents, SEAL. These are the light, aluminum-flavored rafts we walk on. Upper mantle, peridotite. The main rock here is peridotite. It's gooey and semi-solid, like a giant hot piece of chewing gum. The core's size. The inner core has a radius of 1,200 kilometers. It's a giant metal ball the size of a small moon hidden under your feet. The Royal True or False Reality Check, Part 2. The Earth is built like an onion with layers. True. There are 3 main layers. True. Anyone who says 2 is missing a whole chunk of the planet. The surface is 22 degrees Celsius. True. 20 degrees Celsius is for people who like to argue, but we follow the King's Book. The crust is solid. True. If it weren't, your house would sink into the pudding. The ocean floor is SEMA and basalt. True. It's heavy and likes the bottom. Continents are seal and granite. True. They are the lightweight champions of the world. The crust is the thinnest layer. True. It's like a thin cracker on top of a giant cake. You have completely conquered this chapter. In England, we would say you've passed with flying colors. This means you did an amazing job and got everything right.
The trust me, I'm a king, true or false? The upper mantle starts its gooey party at 670 kilometers deep. True. It's a long way down to find that rock pudding. It's mostly made of peridotite. True. It sounds like a rare gemstone, but it's just the Earth's favorite squishy rock. The lower mantle is solid. True. It's too hot to be solid, but the Earth is hugging it so tight it can't melt. The outer core is a liquid mix of iron and nickel. True. It's a giant spinning metal smoothie. The inner core is basically a 6,000 degree sunball with a 1,200 kilometer radius. True. It's a massive glowing cannonball hiding at the center. Jocking. The multiple choice pro gamer answers. How do we know the Earth has layers? We listen to the Earth's heartbeat during earthquakes. Those seismic waves tell us exactly what's happening underground. It's like the Earth is giving us a giant ultrasound. Crust temperature, a nice breezy 22 degrees Celsius, perfect for a royal walk. Max crust thickness, 70 kilometers. That's a lot of rock to dig through if you're looking for a shortcut to China. Mantle state, liquid plus solid. It's the gooey plastic zone. Think of it like a giant hot piece of chewing gum that's been in the sun too long. Inner core state, solid. Even though it's hot enough to vaporize a tank, the pressure turns it into a solid metal diamond ball. Pang! The royal scroll of fill in the blanks. We know the secrets of the deep by studying seismic waves, the Earth's own rumble language. The continents are made of sial, which is basically the Earth's version of a tinfoil sand sandwich. The ocean floor is SEMA, the heavy-duty rock that handles the weight of all those whales. Under the ocean, the crust is only 8 kilometers thin. It's like the Earth's skin is wearing a very tiny swimsuit. The upper mantle is a semi-liquid or plastic mess. It's the slippery layer that lets our continents move around like they're on ice skates. Winks, you have officially mastered the internal structure of the Earth. In England, we would say, you've got it licked. This means you have finished the job perfectly and it was a total success.
Listening closely and speaking so clear, the music of language is all